everybody, it's Queen of Light, 1111 here with your Monday reading. I hope you all had a chance to take a look at the readings that I did for you over the weekend around what the weekend energies were going to entail. I am seeing movement. I had a download also this weekend, literally in the middle of the night, totally woke me up. And it was, I don't know what I was doing. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I woke up and I literally kind of had, it's hard to describe this kind of like energy, but I was somewhere in the thought of, and not conscious, subconscious thought of, how long is it going to take this masculine to shift? How long is it going to take this masculine to learn this Seven of Swords, set this right, set things right? And I heard 2 weeks. I heard 2 weeks. When it woke me up, the message woke me up that it was going to be 2 weeks. I never do timelines. I never do, like timeline predictions, because everybody has their own timeline and their free will. And I got 2 weeks. And so when I looked it up in the calendar, that's like the week of August 5th. And so that really is right after the Mercury retrograde ends. July 31st is when it ends, and we have the new moon, which is these new intentions and these new beginnings and change. And I really feel like this retrograde has been so important, so critical for this collective, that they were able to go back and relearn, reflect on things that they didn't completely learn the lessons of in the past. And so now this Seven of Swords is back, and it has been showing up in almost every reading since this retrograde, because this is the time to close it out as we move forward into actual physical union for this collective. It's going to happen. And I got that 2-week download, and I really do. Don't hold me to 2 weeks exactly, okay? But after this retrograde on the 31st, things are going to start moving. Things will really start moving. And it's going to be exciting. So when I see the Seven of Swords, it's in her space, it's in his space, it's in the connective energy, and it is in the bottom of the deck for her as a clarifier, but it's reversed. It's reversed for her now, because for him, it's all about learning the lesson of what he was doing, and that energy is dying off. We get the Death card on the Seven of Swords. For her, it is about healing that wound, that deep wound that transpired through that behavior. And now it is all being released, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to start with, how is the masculine representing himself today? What is he, when he's thinking about his connection with his divine feminine, how is he representing himself? And he is representing himself in the Ace of Wands energy. He is newly improved. He's inspiration. Look at this. This wand, it's got this like light bulb, this like sphere that is full of light, full of illumination, and he is ready. He is ignited, and he's ready for this new beginning with his feminine, okay? What is our feminine's energy as related? How is she representing herself? 10 of Cups. She's ready for this bliss. This is 10 completion. She is ready for this emotional bliss, okay? He's ready to begin this, and she's ready to experience the happiness through this pain now, okay? That has happened through this pain. So now, how is the connection representing itself right now? 6 of Cups. So this is usually a card of reunion, union energies, okay? But this is, a card right now that I'm really getting, because 6 of Cups is about nostalgia. We're thinking about our pain. We're thinking about our happiness. We're thinking about how things were when we were together. And so this is really, it's very, very appropriate, and it flew out, right? And it's all about, they're being nostalgic about their past. They're learning about their past. They're going back to their past. They're healing their past. And they want union. They want reunion, okay? So I love these energies of how they are representing themselves, right? He wants this new beginning. He's ready. He's improved. He's changed. She's ready to experience this bliss now in the connection, and the connection is representing itself like of this coming back together, of this nostalgia, of this healing, of this happiness of the connection. I just love that for them. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's talk about what the blessings are for the masculine and the feminine. The masculine's blessing is a blessing of forgiveness. 31, number 4. Okay, so this is all about stabilization, and his tarot card with it, the Palace of Swords, came out. This is not a place to stay. This is a place to think. This is a place that brings clarity. Okay, this is what brings clarity. So now, what is the blessing? What is the blessing? This blessing of forgiveness. Okay, so what is this all about? What I intuitively got from this is that, you know, he really just, he needs to forgive himself. Okay, he needs to forgive himself for the things that he did, that he didn't do. He needs to forgive her for her reactions that maybe he didn't feel were either appropriate or whatever. And then he just needs to operate in this forgiveness. This is about a blessing to be able to be free of the burden of grudges and vengeance, and a prayer to help him open up to the blessing that is forgiveness. Okay, that's like a gentle word. It's about not only seeking forgiveness, but then also, you know, forgiving yourself, right? So sometimes when you do wrong, you know, towards someone, then you end up getting upset at them, right? Like they brought it out in you or whatever. And, you know, that is the connection with these twins. They become these mirrors, right? I'm not saying you asked to get cheated on. I'm not saying you asked to be deceived. But, you know, that there's this thing here about wounds and these mirrors. And so now that this has come out in his action, he needs to forgive himself and he needs to forgive you. And we need to be the wiser. Look at, there's this owl here, okay? And this is about wisdom. This is about integrity. This is about knowledge. And he knows more now. And he knows that he needs to forgive himself and he needs to forgive you, this connection, etc. Okay, and he is in this place of clarity. This is where our masculine is living now, in his truth and in his clarity. Okay, his blessing from Archangel Michael. I mean, these all flew out, guys. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. So when he did these things when he was not awake, he was not awake. Okay, he did these things, the Seven of Swords energy, as an unawakened masculine. And so his blessing is, from Archangel Michael, I ask that you help me to let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So this is all about forgiveness. This is all about clarity. This is all about his new beginning, okay? I mean, it's just, it all tied together. This is where his clarity is. He's learning his truth. He's being his truth. He's living in his truth because he's starting to forgive himself, love himself, okay? That is our divine masculine today. So now for our feminine, she has here a blessing for peace of mind. Remember, she just wants to be happy. She's like 10 of cups, okay? She just wants to be happy. And so this is a number 32, which is a 5, which is about challenges and change. And this is the change that she wants. She just wants to be happy. She doesn't want the drama anymore. She doesn't want to dwell on the past anymore. She just wants to be happy. Life is short. So when this comes up, this is a blessing to help soothe the mind at storm with itself, like her own confusion and chaos that she's creating in her mind. And boy, is her mind a little jacked up. It's there. That's why she's being blessed with this peace of mind. And this is to bring her calm and peace once again, okay? And her tarot card with that is this 5 of Pentacles. Like through this separation, you're not together, right? Maybe you are in communication, maybe you're not. This couple, this collective is. And maybe you're not yet. So if you're not in communication, don't freak out. But this is really about through this separation, through this abandonment, rejection, whatever it is, you're being blessed with peace of mind. You're being blessed with peace of mind, okay? And so now what is her message from Archangel Michael? What's her guidance? Be gentle with yourself. She needs to be gentle with herself. This is about, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love in everything I think, speak, and do. So when you think, speak, and do with love, then you will have this peace. If you think, speak, and do with anger or frustration or being upset, then you will be in this energy of feeling lost, feeling abandoned, feeling rejected, feeling cold. So they're saying, Archangel Michael is saying, be gentle with yourself. And it says, help me know that I deserve this compassion and release any feelings of guilt to you so that I'm experiencing lasting inner peace. Isn't that crazy? He got forgiveness and and the feminine got peace for both. Peace through the separation because she just wants her happiness. She just wants to be happy. All right, so now the blessing for the connection. Remember, with the Six of Cups, it's about nostalgia. That's about, reunions, union. So what is it? A blessing on your intuition. So they know. They're wiser. They're awake now. This is the number 8. This is about cycles. So when you get the blessing on your intuition card, this is all about creating a trusting relationship with your own inner guidance, okay? And remember, you are him, he is you. You are already one. You are already one. Maybe you're not one in the physical. Maybe you're not reunited in the physical, but you are already one. Use your intuition to know yourself, to guide yourself. When you know yourself, you know your twin. And so this blessing is about trusting your relationship within yourself. And that's where you're going to get your downloads. That's where you're going to get your messages. And he's getting them and she's getting them. She wants peace. He wants forgiveness. She wants happiness. He wants a new beginning. There is clarity in this connection. Now use your intuition. The tarot card that went with this, guys, the Lovers. This is a divine connection. Intuitively, they know. Here's the other thing I want to point out to you guys. Here's the other thing I want to point out is look at the purple in this. The purple in this is like the third eye chakra. The bottom of the deck for their theme on their head, heart, and 3D space for that psychic energy and psychic tarot and the energy tarot is the third eye chakra and caring connections. Okay, caring connections is like the Lovers card. Okay, and then third eye chakra is purple. And so look at this blessing on the connection. It's purple, it's the third eye, it's the Lovers. Intuitively, you both know that you are a divine partnership, okay? And that's that Six of Cups, soulmate connections, soul connections. What is Archangel Michael's guidance for you on this connection? What is it? It is lean on God and the angels for support. Dear God and angels, I give you this divine connection now and completely. They're surrendering this connection. I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything in the world. We already know we are together. We already know we are one. So don't push it. You don't need to push it. Give it to God. Give it to the universe. Give it to whoever it is that you resonate with. But there's no need for you to get in the way and control the situation. Okay? So now, let's go to the energy of the masculine and the feminine. Okay, let's go to the energy of the masculine and the feminine. So, bottom of the deck, I do want to tell you what the bottom of the deck is for the tarot only. I'm not going to give it to you for the Blessed Bees or the Archangel Michael because those are oracles and I'm just not going to do that. The bottom of the deck for the tarot that goes with the blessing though, Ace of Swords. There is a major, major breakthrough, a period of clarity as related to this connection. There's a breakthrough. Our masculine's changing. He is our emperor. Our feminine is changing. She is the empress. They're going through this final cycle of release and confusion, okay? And what are we doing? The bottom of the deck. I gotta tell you, this is crazy. Okay, this Ace of Swords, underneath it was the Queen of Pentacles. That's how mostly she's identifying herself. There's clarity on this connection with the Queen. She has clarity, okay? What do we have underneath this? Bottom of the deck, Six of Swords, Seven of Swords. We're coming out of the Seven of Swords energy. Coming out of it. We're coming out of it. Bottom of the deck, as I already mentioned, for their head, heart, and 3D space, for the Psychic Tarot is third eye. They are intuitive. They are awake. They know about this connection. They know they are lovers in the divine. They know it. They know it. Okay, and underneath it is the man holding the coin, which is the King of Pentacles. What's underneath this? Oh my God, universe. They're completing this cycle. They're completing this cycle. They're completing this cycle. And if we were to do this way, Queen of Coins, Ace of Swords, clarity. Six of Swords, Seven of Swords, moving out of that energy. Third eye, universe. Because we're intuitive, we're now completing We're completing the cycle, carrying connections, man holding a coin, King of Pentacles to match our Queen. Oh my God. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for our Divine Masculines, head, heart, and 3D space is Ace of Swords. He's had that breakthrough. He has the clarity. He knows she's his queen, okay? And what is this clarify? The Tower. He knows this through all of this energy around what happened. There's the crumbling of the old foundation, okay? For her, we have the Sun. The things have been illuminated. She's feeling more positive. The Sun is also the Divine Masculine's energy. Remember, the Moon is our feminine. She knows her masculine is awake. She knows he's going to be successful. And I just had to take the Seven of Swords as reverse. It came out reverse as the bottom of the deck, and I kept it reversed, okay? And so here we go. Seven of Swords coming out of that energy. What is underneath it? Three of Wands. So now we can manifest what we need to. Okay. And then just so you guys know, I did with that Seven of Swords, I had to get greater clarity to make sure that there were no third-party energies. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. It's about wishes, okay? Their wishes. So this is wishes in the Four of Swords. It's their healing. They're healing to manifest their wish. All right. It's a lot of information. Let's go ahead and get started. All right. Our masculine, trapped in fear. Eight of Swords energy. I said, what's the energy about trapped in fear? Door to personal healing and happiness. So what he's doing at this time is, he's really in this mental space right now. He's trapped in his fear. He's trapped in, his thoughts. He's just feeling stuck. And he's really, really, really trying to heal himself so that he can be happy. He wants to be happy, all right? And so in the book also, when this comes up, Eight of Swords, it's all about just like mental conflict, right? Which I just talked about. It's like he's feeling immobilized. He's fearful. I'll tell you what, as we drill down deeper into his headspace, he's really nervous. He's really scared that he may not have a chance with his feminine again. He's very much feeling like, I don't know how to rebuild with my feminine. And so this advice for him is, look, don't get stuck in there. Seek counsel, seek assistance. Maybe you're being misguided, but you've got to let go of that energy and remember how strong you are. And it's showing me in his environment that he is getting stronger. He is healing himself because he is working on his happiness and his healing. He very much is. This masculine is very high vibrational, all right? Lots happened over the weekend. This energy of this door to personal healing and happiness, this is about this new beginning. He's stressed out about this new beginning. He's recovering in his environment to gain the strength to stand in his truth, all right? And so this is really about working on his inner healing, breaking addictions, changing patterns. He's opening up his heart. He's ready to blossom. All right. This is what he's feeling. He's trapped in this energy, but he is healing it. So let's drill down deeper into our masculine. Okay. Let's drill down deeper. All right. Okay. Okay, so when we drill down deeper into like this fear and him healing this fear so he can be happy for this new beginning is Ace of Wands that he wants with his feminine. First card to fly out was Seven of Swords. And I was like, oh, Lord, here we go. Seven of Swords, okay? So there is some deceit. There was some deceit. I said, all right, we got to start clarifying now, God. So what is Seven of Swords about? King of Wands, right? This is, I feel like maybe perhaps he was in his shadow here of like being this man of like passion and ego. And so that's what he was doing. He was in his headspace in this, like I can get whoever I want, trying to manifest whatever he wanted by being deceitful through the way he was communicating, through sexuality, through these things. I said, all right, is that still happening? What's the deal with the Seven of Swords? And we got death. This energy of the King of Wands creating illusions and then thinking about how he was speaking is experiencing its death and transformation. I said, okay, thank God. So now So the first thing out is that's what he's thinking. That's why he's forgiving himself, because the first thing that comes out for him when he thinks about himself is this energy of, man, I was this deceitful jerk, okay? Like creating my own kingdom, manifesting things the way that it served me, communicating because I wanted passion or physical pleasure. And I said, all right, is that still happening? And then I got death. So there's a transformation. There's the end of that. And he wants this new beginning. So then I said, okay, so what's after the Seven of Swords? The Fool. He's ready to get on the journey with her. And he's looking at himself. So when you see the way this Merlin card is facing, so look, the lantern is pointing towards this. He's looking at what he wants, this new beginning. He's looking at the Seven of Swords behavior and how he executed himself. And I said, okay, what is he learning in the Merlin's energy, in the Hermit's energy? Well, he's looking at all the choices that he had. He's looking at his confusion. He's looking at the chaos as related to his Queen of Pentacles, his feminine. That's how she identifies herself. She identifies herself as the Empress and the Queen of Swords, but mostly Queen of Pentacles because it came out 2 times. So here, he's like, I'm confused. I'm in my feelings. And these are the things that he's looking at as he is, healing this energy. That's what he's doing. He's looking at the confusion, he's in his feelings, maybe he's daydreaming about her, he's thinking about her as he goes within, he's thinking about her, and he's thinking about, how do I make this right? How do I fix this? How do I apologize? And I said, what about the Justice card? It's his burden, 10 of Wands. It's this big burden. He doesn't know how to fix this. That is why he is trapped in fear. And the final card is 8 of Pentacles. He's working on himself. He's working on himself. He's transforming himself. He's looking at himself. He's going within, right? And there's just no, there's some fear in his head about, how am I going to, set this right with my feminine. I don't know how to do it. So, me, I had to get a whole another deck out because I wanted to make sure that the Seven of Swords for sure wasn't a third party. So I said, all right, please give me some information about this transformation. Is it truly dead? And I said, okay, what about it? Emperor. Yeah, through this, he is transforming into our Emperor. Okay. I said, what about the Emperor? Stress. He's stressed, trapped in fear. He's stressed about this, about what he did. 5 of Wands, inner conflict. So yeah, so I only asked for 3. I didn't need any more. And so I was like, fine, it's consistent. I'm not going to push you further, Spirit. There's no third party, but there was the energy of one. Remember, there was definitely the energy of it, but it wasn't anything as far as being a person he was engaging with. Okay. He wasn't engaging. It was very much this old Seven of Swords, this is old Seven of Swords energy that they needed to now fully heal. And for him, it stresses him out as he becomes this high vibration Emperor through this transformation. He's stressed and he has conflict and he has burden about how through my healing, how am I going to get my feminine back? Okay. So now what's happening in the headspace of our feminine? 7, this is Chariot. She's got the Chariot a couple of times, guys. She's got it 3 times in her head, heart, and her 3D space. She's claiming victory. She knows better. She knows things are going to be okay with or without him. But she's got to heal that without him energy because that keeps coming up for her. So she's like, victory, triumph over this contract. She knows they have a contract. So when this comes up, in that psychic tarot deck, okay? When that comes up, it's all about, excuse me, I'll put that away. So the psychic tarot deck, the number 7 is Major Arcana. It's the Chariot card, and this is all about pushing forward, okay? This is about steady, fast progress. This is about setting new goals. This is about planning a journey. This is about tapping into your inner guidance and balancing it with the execution, okay? And there will be a triumphant outcome. And so what is the triumph about? This contract. So when this card comes up in this deck for the energy of this is about a partnership, a commitment. This is justice as well. She knows that she will receive her justice. She knows that. that things will balance out. And it's exactly what he is working on when he looks at himself in the Hermit's energy. She knows that the justice will be had. She knows that there will be a balancing of the scales as related to this connection, and that he will bring her justice. But the thing is, I don't feel like she needs his justice anymore. She's healed this and balanced it within herself. Almost. She's at the last cycle about it. But she's working without the apology because she doesn't really need it. She's healed it. She understands why things happen, the lesson that she needed to learn. And so now she knows that they will be successful in their commitment, in their contract with each other, and she knows that things will be set right. And so now let's drill down into our feminine's headspace, okay? Hey, by the way, let me know if you guys like this, the way that I'm doing it now with this, overall, then drilling down further. So first card out for her, Ace of Wands, matches his Ace of Wands. So when she thinks about her masculine, when she knows there will be victory over this contract, victory over justice, she knows then and only then they can have this new beginning. But right now it's a burden. 10 of Wands matches his 10 of Wands in how about the justice, right? So I said, okay, well, what's her burden? First card out, Queen of Pentacles. That's the first, that's also his card out there. She's like, okay, this is my burden. I'm carrying a burden. What about it? King of Cups. Is he going to get into his emotional space? This is about the masculine. The masculine is a little bit of a burden at this time. I said, what's the burden with the masculine? The imbalance, 2 of Pentacles, okay? This, and perhaps even she perceives him to be juggling, all right? She's like, I'm standing in my queen power. Are you going to be able to stand in yours? There's an imbalance in the connection today. And so that is the burden. And the burden further is 7 of Swords. And I said, all right, well, now there's a match here around the burden and the 7 of Swords. I said, what about it? 7 of Pentacles. She is not investing anything in our masculine at this time. So when she thinks about him, she thinks about this past deceit, and she's like, I'm not really going to invest right now. I'm just going to see that where things crop up at this time, what we've planted in this rebuilding of our connection, what is going to manifest, because I'm standing in my Empress energy. Okay. And I said, what else? But in her Empress energy, she still has some confusion. She still has all these dreams, all these goals. She doesn't know which cup to choose from, just like him, right? She knows she wants her Emperor, but she's like, man, he's played that card, that 7 of Swords with me before. I'm not going to invest. I'm going to stand in my power, but I'm still confused because I still want him. And so I said, all right, well, what happens? 5 of Swords. So she goes into this like, I'm just going to call it defeat, but I feel like it's surrender. And I said, okay, what's the 5 of Swords about? 5 of Swords. This is like, I really feel like this is usually a card of nobody wins. And she's like, yeah, nobody is winning. I'm just going to surrender this connection at this time to see what blooms. I said, one more card for 5 of Swords and 5 of Swords, 9 of Cups. She's surrendering her wishes on this connection at this time, because that is what she needs to do in order for her to continue in her Empress energy, in order for her to get out of her head, complete this healing. I said, all right, this is interesting. Can you please clarify the Empress for me? I said, I wanted to know, what about this Empress energy is confused? Our Empress typically knows what the heck is going on, right? So I know as the Empress, she surrendered, but give me some information about the Empress. First card out, Queen of Wands. So this is the with or without you, Queen. This is her like, should I move on? Or should I just see what I'm going to harvest later, right? Because she's kind of in the defeat energy, and she's kind of in the new beginnings energy. I want a new beginning, but I'm feeling the loss, right? Ace of Wands, 5 of Swords. So this is why she goes into this energy of, Queen of Wands. She's trying to balance this out, right? So she's like, should I go into my with or without you mode? I said, give me a card around that energy for Queen of Wands, the World. She's trying to complete that. She's trying to get out, cycle out of that with or without you energy, because let's face it, if he comes to her as the Emperor, as the masculine, she's going to choose him. All right? She will engage. And I said, what happens after the completion? King of Pentacles, right? King of Pentacles. She's already Queen of Pentacles, and she knows that she wants her match. She wants her king. She wants her king. All right? But she's only going to take him when he is in a high vibration to match hers. Okay, right now, though, he's still a king, man. She's still a queen. They're trying to balance their empress and emperor energies in their headspace because they're a little caught up in their head. He's caught up in how am I going to make things right? Did I lose her? Trapped in fear. I'm healing. I've healed. I'm transforming into the emperor. And she's kind of like, you played that Seven of Swords with me before, and I was quick to cut you. But now you're showing change, and I want to cycle out of my independence, but you've got to show me you're going to be the emperor. That's where they are in their headspace at this time. So in the heart, what's happening with our masculine? Four of Cups. So he's just like, this shit's not moving fast enough. Like, I don't know. I'm stuck in my head. I don't know how I'm going to get her back. And he's just discontent. He's unhappy with the way things are going. And so he's just trying to play it safe in the garden at this time, right? He's just kind of trapped in his fear, trapped in his thought. So when this discontent and boredom card comes out, this is all about, excuse me, this is all about, feeling restless and impatient. He's feeling trapped. He's stressed. Nine of Swords, okay? And so he's just like, this isn't moving. I don't know what to do. I want change. This door may be closing on me. And so he's focusing on the door closing on him instead of like how to balance it out, justice. He's going to figure it out, but that's his energy right now. He's a little freaked out, okay? And so what is he doing in the garden? So in the garden, he's trying to stay safe. He's trying to heal. He wants to be happy. He's trying to stay safe. So when this comes out, this is really about, the outside world. So he's in the garden. If you look at the gate, like the whole journey is locked at this time. So he's like trying to play it a little safe in his garden, in his like daydream, but he's not really getting out of it. So it's another card of trapping, right? So this is like, look, you can choose to stay in your security, but if you want to get her back, you're going to have to take action. So right now he is, sitting in the garden, kind of enjoying his healing, enjoying his happiness, but he's not happy, just staying stagnant. So let's drill down into his heart space. So in his heart, first card out, Seven of Pentacles, matches her Seven of Pentacles in her headspace, okay? So he's just like, he's evaluating. He's pausing too. He's like, okay, I planted some seeds with my feminine. Let's see what happens, okay? And so Wheel of Fortune. So this is about he wants to move the wheel forward into a better time, okay? And this is also about karmic lessons. So I said, what are we moving into? The Emperor again. It's confirmed with his headspace that he is transforming into the Emperor. Now in his heart, the wheel is turning. He's transforming into the Emperor, and he is walking away. I said, what is he walking away from? Karmic cycles, karmic lessons. He's learned his lesson. He's turning into the Emperor now, guys, because he's learned his lesson. He's ready to get on the journey because he's done with the karmic cycle. He's walking away from karmic situations and choosing, lovers, this divine connection. I said, okay, well, let's just make sure it's not karmic, whatever. What is the Lover's card about? And we got Judgment. He wants to rebirth this connection. He has evaluated it. He has thought about it. He understands it, and he wants to rebirth this connection. And that is his brutal, brutal truth, right? Page of Swords is about brutal honesty, not like thinking about all the words that you're using. It's just like blunt talk, blunt speak. And so he has observed himself. He has created his reality, which right now is of his healing over his stress, over his transformation. And his honesty is that I've planted some seeds. I don't like that we are stuck in this situation. I want to move away from this karmic cycle, choose my divine partner, and be the Emperor that I know I can be. Okay, so now in her heart space, we have the Eight of Wands energy. This is about positive movement forward into this blossoming abundance, okay? So this positive movement forward, Eight of Wands energy is all about, sorry, hold on. Maybe it's Eight of Pentacles. I'm still learning this, guys, sorry. Positive movement forward, okay. So this is about, this is Eight of Pentacles, sorry, guys. So this is all about, working hard, having the skills, Having, this is about prosperity and abundance, and this is her efforts and working hard on her connection, on herself. And so now she can experience this blossoming abundance, okay? When blossoming abundance comes out, this is all about the energy of increasing wealth and value. So while she's surrendered in her heart space, she's focusing on herself. But, this is really about valuing herself and valuing her masculine, all right? So this is really about that the seeds that you sowed are for prosperity, for growing, not more of the same. So the seeds that she wants to plant with her masculine now are going to be high vibrational seeds that support the growth and union of their connection. And so as we drill down, I did not clarify one card in here. King of Swords. She knows that she needs him to be this King of Swords. Okay? Act in the truth. Be the Emperor, embody all the kings, but man, her heart needs the King of Swords, all right? Because the King of Swords, that's who she's going to have union with, Four of Wands, because that's when they have mastered Eight of Pentacles again, which is a dupe to her theme for her heart, because they've worked on themselves. She's worked on herself, and now Chariot. They are ready. She's ready to move this connection forward should he show himself as the Emperor, because that is the balance of the dark and the light, the shadow and the light, the head and the heart space, okay? So now what's happening in the environment of our masculine? Well, Four of Swords. And then it's here with Archangel Raphael, which is about healing. He's healing. He's retreated from these karmics, third parties, whatever. He's healing his mind. He is trying to stay in a good place in his heart, coming out of these karmic lessons, walking towards his journey with his feminine, walking away from karmics and third parties, transforming into the Emperor. So now in his environment, it was hard, man. He worked hard. Four of Swords. So he's taking the time to rest, rejuvenate, and open his heart. Archangel Raphael is there to continue to ensure that his heart is open, because this Four of Cups energy, usually it's about, being closed off, right? Just wanting to stay in your safe haven. But in his environment, he's very much working on becoming this heart-centered man, this King of Cups that our masculine wants, our feminine wants. But again, she wants him to be all the kings, right? Her headspace wants him to be the King of Cups, the sensitive person. Her heart needs him to be the King of Swords. So don't hurt me again. In her overall connection, he needs to be the Emperor, okay? King of Pentacles. Show her stability. So when Archangel Raphael comes up to clarify this Four of Swords, this rest and rejuvenate energy, this is all about self-acceptance and love and compassion. This is where he opens his heart, but he has to love himself first. So that's what he's doing. So drilling down into his environment, and this is where I typically would get karmics, because I asked for it here, or third parties. We didn't get any, all right? So the first card out, in his environment, he wants to move towards love. He wants to offer his cup. His heart's open. Knight of Cups wants to move forward with love. But right now he is resting. He's rejuvenating. He is opening his heart. He's healing his heart. And I said, okay, what about this Four of Swords? Seven of Pentacles. That matches his heart space, guys. Seven of Pentacles. Right now, he's just healing before he continues to invest further. I said, give me another card on that strength. He's gaining his strength. He's taming himself. He's taming his pride and his ego through this recovery period so that he can be the equal match to his queen, to his empress, so that this is growing and learning. He's learning in his environment. He's growing. He's transforming. He wants to manifest. And he's moving slowly but surely, Knight of Pentacles energy, into becoming this King of Swords, okay? Which is what her heart needs. So what's happening in our feminine's environment? Okay, we have the Emperor. She knows he's turning into the Emperor. And then we have Archangel Metatron. So when we get this card of authority with Archangel Metatron, I don't need to go to the book for the Psychic Tarot to know that that's the Emperor. This is our Emperor. Okay, she knows he is turning into the Emperor in the environment. She knows, okay, because she's the Emperor, she's the Empress. She knows he is transforming as well. And with Archangel Metatron, this is her wisdom. This is her clarity. This is her intuition. This is what she knows. She knows her masculine is becoming the divine masculine, okay? So what's happening in her environment as we drill down into it? 10 of Swords. Cycles are ending. Pain's ending. 7 of Swords energy is ending. I said, okay, specifically, what's ending? This heart being closed. 4 of Cups. Remember, he had it here. Is ending. Okay? She had it before. She's in her confusion. That's why she's not investing. That's what's ending. All of this is ending. They're seeing the blessings now. Queen of Pentacles. She's staying grounded in her environment. She's staying nurturing to herself. Okay? And she's walking away from things. I said, what is this 8 of Cups about? Because he got 8 of Cups where he's walking away from karmics, right? What is her 8 of Cups about? Well, she is moving forward in her connection. Chariot, the 3rd time. She wants to move forward, interconnection. She's balancing things out, but she's at this crossroad at this time. 2 of Wands, which very much goes with her headspace because she's a little confused. She's trying to balance it. She's thinking about this partnership, this connection, and she's wanting to make decisions as the Queen of Swords, who is very wise around this new beginning, the Fool, okay, with her masculine. So let's go to the connection, guys. So what's happening in the connection? Bottom of the deck is the Hierophant, tradition. This is marriage. This is union. Bottom of the deck for the clarifiers, the Lovers. The marriage of the lovers. The union of the lovers. All right. So now, let's see what's going on. I got to put this here. Okay, so first card out is the Empress card. This is about birth, fertility, okay? So what about the Empress, right? Remember, she's our Empress. Divine Feminine is the Empress. What about it? She's in this discovery mode. She, too, like her masculine, is in this hermit mode. Remember, she shows up as the Empress where she's kind of, you know, not investing at this time because she's in the 7 of Cups energy. She's trying to balance that out. She's trying to get out of, you know, the shadow side of the Queen of Wands. She's trying to complete that. So as the Empress, she's still on her self-discovery. About what? 9 of Cups, her wishes. Remember that came out. She's like, I'm going to surrender my wishes. I'm going to surrender it. I'm going to surrender it because the Empress does that. She doesn't try to control it. So that's what's happening in the energy, in the current connective energy around this connection, around this union. Is the Empress is in her, continues on her journey of looking at what her wishes are, okay? There is a standstill, 2 of Swords, in the connection at this time. So this 2 of Arrows is a little different in this deck, okay? The 2 of Arrows, when it comes up in the Lover's Path Tarot, is about peace. It's about a truce. All right, there's this understanding of a difficult situation, which is what they're trying to do. They're trying to balance things out. They're trying to understand. What are they understanding? It's the Queen of Swords energy. This is her again. This is her trying to come. She's at that 2 of Wands energy, right? Crossroads. She's at the crossroads about this connection. And so she wants to make wiser decisions while they're in this time of communication and balance around how they're making offers to each other. And there's small gestures at this time, okay? They're not in union yet. So then we go into contemplation, which is the Hermit's energy. This is, again, about that inner discovery. They're both in it. He's in it here. We just got it clarified for the Empress. So this is all about, you know, through this 2 of Swords where we're trying to make wiser decisions, we're in the Hermit's energy. We've retreated from each other, okay? This is all about listening to your heart. This is about using your intuition. This is what they're both doing at this time so that they can move forward methodically, cautiously, analytically, with open hearts, okay? And come out of things that bind them, all right? Out of things that bind them. That's what he's doing too, and she's doing it as well. From that 7 of Swords energy, from this karmic situation, they are in this Hermit's energy to around this devil's energy, and they are slowly moving out of it, okay? The next card that comes out And what's happening with their connection is the Queen of Wands. Remember, the Queen of Wands clarified our Empress. And so what is this energy about? Well, Four of Swords. They're healing. She's healing that energy of like, I'm going to be cool without you energy, okay? With who? Her King of Wands, which was him and how he was trying to give love before, all right? So we're healing, we've retreated, we're healing this addictive behavior of just cutting each other off, all right? We're healing that so that we can have this new beginning, the Fool. Last card out for second to last card out for the connection is Seven of Arrows. This is what we're healing. This is about, when this comes out in this deck, Seven of Arrows is all about being defensive, about being self-protective. Remember, they're protecting themselves and they're learning from this deception. So this is all about defending themselves in this situation. They're being cautious. So I said, I clarify that. They're in their independence. They're gaining their footing, okay? They're building the confidence within themselves as they are independent from one another, okay? And they are also a little closed off, Four of Cups, right? Because of this old energy, because of being, defensive and guarding each other from being hurt further, okay? Remember, forgiveness, peace of mind. That's what's happening. Last card out for their connection, Sacrifice. When Sacrifice comes out, Major Arcana, it is about the Hanged Man. This is the lessons that are being learned at this time. This is that surrender. This is that patience. This is that compassion. I said, what about? Over the sadness, over the Three of Cups, over not seeing the blessing, right? And then this Emperor. It's really about the Emperor learning his lesson through this energy. And then finally, Justice. Things getting balanced out. We got Justice hella times in here. I don't even know if I can't even count it because I got way too many cards on the table. So what's happening in the connection? Our feminine is re-looking at her wishes. She's looking at her wishes. She's thinking about what she wants. There is a period of introspection in wisdom for her about what she's offering, what gestures she's making. Both of them are in the Hermit's energy, letting go of things that bound them, letting go of things that kept them stuck in their wounds, and they're moving out of it. They're also, the feminine is healing this energy of just cutting the masculine out, right? She's healing that Queen of Wands energy because she knows he's different and she wants this new beginning, but she's making this new beginning as the Queen of Swords. And that's the decision that she is making at this time. The Seven of Swords energy in their connection, they're trying to gain their confidence through this period of defensiveness with each other, through this closed-heartedness. But ultimately, what happens is that we learn our lessons through our sadness. Our masculine transforms into the Emperor, and then justice gets served, okay? That's the energy for the connection, guys. And again, the bottom of the deck, I'm telling you, the bottom of the deck for their head, heart, and 3D space with the energy is they know they are divine partners. The energy for their connection, Hierophant and Lovers, they know that they are meant to be together. The masculine has had a major breakthrough, major clarity. She has in a more positive space about the Seven of Swords being released, okay? Their connection is in this place of breakthrough, moving out of those challenging energies. This is a great place to be, guys. Let me know if this resonates. And if you want to book your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. Have a wonderful day, and I'll be back again later this week. All right, have a good one. Bye.